Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Today we're taking a look at Lalique White and Black. This one's a flanker to Lalique White, seen here. Really though, there's no similarity between these other than the bottle shape's the same. And this one has white in the name and that one has white in the name. That's about it. So even though this is a flanker that really doesn't make much sense in terms of being related to the original at all, you should still know about this one because it is surprisingly freaking awesome. So let's jump into it. We'll check out the presentation and the gimmicks of this fragrance because it is a little bit gimmicky. And then I'll break it down and let you know why it smells so darn good. So let's do this. All right, friends, presentation time first. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. What do you say? First, Le Box. You've got the name of the house, name of the fragrance, sizing concentration on the front here. It's an eau de parfum, 125 ml size, at least with this bottle. You have the little Lalique logo up top, nothing on the sides. On the back, you've got a little information, including that gimmick that I talked about before. So it says right here, gift inside. Oh boy, what could it be? A pencil to customize your bottle, coated with a unique matte finish to make your mark. Pencil made in France. Then on the bottom, your ingredient info, your badge code. Badge code here is E0B21. So let's go ahead and bust that out, that pencil that's on the inside, which is a gift. I mean, it's great, you know, that they hook you up with that. If I can get a hold of the thing, come out. There she blows. Lalique, hashtag, make your mark. So the whole idea here is that you take your little pencil and you write on the bottle and customize it to make it your own, which is, I guess, supposed to be cool. I've not written on the bottle yet. I'm not sure exactly what I would put, but I'm sure there are people out there that are drawing fantastic works of art, and also probably some people out there drawing wieners on their bottle, because there's a certain type of guy out there that anytime you give them something that they can decorate, they're like, draw a wiener. Let's check out the bottle. Same style as Lalique White, only this one, of course, is Lalique White and Black, so you have that black coloration on the bottle, nothing on the back. Cap does click into place, and then on the bottom you got a sticker with your badge code. And I'll go ahead and blast a couple sprays for you guys here. Pretty good. I guess in the interest of science, I will write something on this bottle and see how well it does, because I haven't used this yet. I just think it's kind of stupid. So I wrote bro on the back. It doesn't work well. Yeah, it works like crap. It's a terrible idea. And then you just rub it a little bit, it comes right off. So stupid. Which I figured it wouldn't work all that well, because when you fill the bottle, it doesn't feel like a chalkboard or anything. And more than anything, it's just kind of leaving like a weird residue where you can kind of see where I wrote, but not exactly. Oh, it sucks. So yeah, the whole chalkboard pencil thing is stupid. We'll just get that out of the way. It's dumb. Now, before we jump into the fragrance itself, let's talk pricing. That way you can be fully aware of what this is gonna cost you. At full retail, $135, and that's for this 4.2 ounce size bottle. Not cheap, but it has been slowly popping up at discounters online around $40, $45. At that price, things are looking a lot better, don't you think? It was at Fragrance Buy, and I've seen it a couple other places, but Fragrance Buy is where I got mine. Okay, let's talk about the scent. Let's talk about how this thing smells. So when you first spray this on, you get just a little tiny bit of citrus, not much. It basically is just there to give a faint like sparkle, a little zestiness to the opening, but it's in the background. So even when you first spray this on, you would think, you know, you're gonna get that bergamot. You really don't. But you do get, like I said, that little zinginess, that little sparkle kind of back behind all the other notes. And what are those other notes? Well, it's this kind of comforting, sweet, warm vanilla and spice mix. You got cardamom, pink pepper, and lavender. It's slightly powdery, but not too much. This one always has a little bit of powder in there, but it's never a powdery bomb. A powdery bomb. You know, it's not some kind of potpourri mess, thankfully. It's just a dusting of powder, just a little boop, boop, just a little bit. And that warm vanilla actually gives it sort of like an ambery, slight resinous hue, just ever so slightly, like an ambery type feeling. And you can tell pretty much immediately, especially as it settles down, 3-4 minutes in, that this has a strong, striking similarity to a very, very, very popular niche fragrance, which is Parfums de Marly Layton. It's undeniable. It is close enough that pretty much right away, oh, this is kind of like this, huh? I see what you're doing. I see what you're going for. Now, it's not the exact same. It doesn't have that apple that Layton does. So that bit of fruitiness that you get off the top with Layton, you don't really get that with Lalique White and Black. As I mentioned just a second ago, a touch of bergamot, but that's pretty much it. And it is much, much less pronounced than the apple is in Layton. Also, sweetness. There's more sweetness in Parfums de Marly Layton than there is in Lalique White and Black. It's not that White and Black is devoid of sweetness. It does have some. It's just Layton is the sweeter fragrance of the two. And that powderiness, like I said, you pick that up here in White and Black. You don't really get that in Layton. So those are going to be some of the main differences between the two. As Lalique White and Black dries down, it kind of opens up. It gets richer, it gets nicer, it gets smoother. It's not that it smells bad in the opening. I smacked the microphone there. Not that it smells bad in the opening, but about 15 minutes in, it really, really comes into its own. And into the dry down, it's a semi-powdery, vanilla, woodsy scent with little flourishes of spice that carry over from the opening and mid into the dry down. And it smells fantastic. Yeah, I like Layton. So it's not really much of a reach to say, if you like Layton, you'll like this. That's kind of dumbing it down and also is probably accurate for most people. And also, not a surprise, but my wife loves it. Again, she likes Layton, so what are you gonna do? It is what it is. You like one, you're probably gonna like the other. That is going to be a problem for some people. Some people are going to find White and Black a little bit redundant if they already own Layton. I do think, though, that there's enough of a difference between the two. Definitely in pricing there is, but also in the scent itself. There's enough of a difference that it's not redundant. But some people who like every fragrance that they own to be very different from one another, for them, for that type of person, I think it would be redundant. Let's talk seasons. For White and Black, for me, be more of a fall and wintertime scent, and also early spring. Once it starts to heat up, though, in late spring into summer, and I guess to an extent also early fall, probably go for something else. As far as day or night use, for me, either one. I mean, some people would probably think of it more as a nighttime scent because it does have, that vanilla, those woods, and that slight ambery type feeling, that spiciness. So some people would think of it more of an evening scent, but I think in cooler weather, works either way, day or night. And now, performance. There's a big difference between Layton and White and Black. Layton is a pretty strong scent. You're gonna get a lot of performance out of that one, longevity, projection, the whole deal, the whole 9 yards. It is also way more expensive, so there is that. White and Black, in terms of longevity, 6+ hours, more right around 6. So it's what I would consider average for the most part as far as longevity goes. Now, projection in the opening, the first part of the mid, actually projects pretty well. I can pick it up easily off myself. It sounds kind of weird. Pick it up easily off myself. Yeah, it's still there. Seriously, when it hits the mid and starts to head into the dry down, it gets pretty soft. So it doesn't become necessarily a full-on skin scent, but I would say overall, projection's below average. Just kind of a bummer. First time I tried this on, I thought it was gonna be a beast. I was gonna be a monster because it was projecting pretty well. I was picking it up easy. As I moved around, I was like, yeah, this has got a little punch to it. But it kind of gets the rug yanked out from underneath it and then settles down, which is not always a negative. There are a lot of fragrances like Dolce & Gabbana's The One or La Nuit de l'Homme that don't necessarily project heavily, but they still work really well because as people get around you, they catch a little whiff and they're like, what's that? So yeah, on the whole, I would say performance is average at best. Maybe a little bit below when you factor it all in. Lalique is just one of those houses that at discount prices is almost always a win because the quality far outweighs the price that you're gonna pay. And as long as you pick this up from a discounter at a discounted rate, like a price around what I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I think you're good. I mean, at 135, obviously that's not as attractive of a price point, but it's not like this doesn't hold up against a lot of other fragrances at full retail. I mean, Gucci Guilty Parfum, that thing is 155. I can tell you, I would take this over that all day, every day at retail. But when you can get this for 40 or 45 or something like that, it's a steal. This stuff smells fantastic. Really, the only drawback is the performance could be better. So there we go, guys. My take on Lalique White and Black for me, big thumbs up. Love the fragrance. I think if you can pick it up from a discounter, you're gonna really enjoy it too. Thanks, guys, for hanging with me. Thank you for your support. Stay safe out there. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you later.